Everybody, Glitchy here, and welcome back to Void War. Back to our Interdictor A, I believe. This ship is called. I can't remember right now. Doesn't matter. Technocult sector, Sector 3. Good old major threat over here. I don't know that we've faced a Technocult major threat. I don't actually know if that even matters. If they're, if this is always going to be like the Empire's big ship or not. No idea. But we'll find out soon enough. Track record with those is not great right now, as our poor Sunhammer run can attest to. But I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure how to approach it. We do have two stores nearby. I might want maybe another system. Our modules are pretty trashed here right now as well, so that might be the case. Good old Soulstorm over here. I do have Sivrand with the stun projectile. I might replace it, if only because we have the Terror amplifier, right? Which could use some upgrades as well. I don't know that this upgrade. I mean, a 5-second stun every 15. That seems pretty strong, but unsure. Not quite sure what we're throwing our upgrades into just yet, but like I said, we probably want to hit the well, oof. But if we hit the machine shrine, we can't get a module. Yes, we can. There's one down here. I don't know what I'm talking about. And I think system-wise, it might be a little rough because I know I want to upgrade this, and I know I want to upgrade this, and I know I want to upgrade this. So I got a lot of upgrades, so maybe more systems is not the. This is already 6 right here, right? That's quite a bit. Not to mention I want more shields and stuff. So yeah, so maybe more systems is in fact not the play, and so it might actually be either a new weapon and a module. That seems ideal since we're only a few hops away. We'll probably save our scrap. Hope our 2 shields is enough. So yeah, that seems like a plan. So let's get going. Sorry, husks. Find a multitude of wrecks in low orbit around a gas giant, many so low as to be falling into the atmosphere of the planet. You recognize the distinctive hull configurations of both Imperial and Ariokine warships. We could search for survivors or salvage wrecks. I could use crew right now. So that is what I'm going to do. Search for survivors. In spite of harsh radio interference, you discover signs of life from one of the wrecks. Unfortunately, it is in rapidly decaying orbit. Mounting a rescue operation may incur significant risk of becoming trapped in the gravity realm. Let's get in there. In the wreck of the ship, you discover Imperial Captain. Despite being dazed and barely conscious, he protests vigorously against his removal from his ship. You have him sedated and moved aboard. Yeah, I knew he was going to attack us. Soon after you leave orbit, the Imperial Captain comes to. Greatly angered from being cheated of his honorable death, he goes on a rampage. That's what you get for helping people, man. This is not a captain, this is a recruit. Alright. Alright, Mr. Chaos Knight. Go get him. Go punch him to death. Sorry, pal. We could have been cool, you and I, but you chose violence, my man. Oh well. Tried to help him. What can you do? Yeah. Big hops. What do we got? Oh, great. Intruders, maybe? Oh. You exit subspace and find yourself dangerously close to a white-hot dwarf star, an Imperial transport ship idles silently in the distance, its crew having succumbed to the intense heat of the stellar mass. Situation is risky, but there may be material worth recovering aboard the ship. Boarded, avoided, or my raider outlaw pal thinks this might be an ambush. Let's follow his lead here. One of your crew is well acquainted with the ambushing techniques employed by the raider clans. Under their direction, you conduct fine sensor sweeps to search for signs of a lurking raider ship. On the sweep, you detect a previously undetected raider vessel. Alarmed at the discovery, the raiders flee. With the threat dissipated, you proceed towards the adrift transport ship. You board the vessel and manage to recover a few supply containers. Great. Big scrapperoonie. Yeah, we're definitely going to our merchant dealer here. Missile bays, I always like missile bays, but I don't know, man. I feel like I got way too much power needs at the moment. So let's go to the machine shrine. Their whole point when we go to the machine shrine, right, is, let's pause here because I'm sure this white hot star is about to blast. The whole point of going to the machine shrine is technically these are machine slaves, and I have a machine slave mod, and if I get another one, so ideally not this garbage, which I don't think is actually doing anything for me. We just have it. Oh, well, okay, fine. So it's doing something for the Death Knight. Fine, sure. That's a huge amount of DPS, by the way. But whatever. Yeah, we have a little bit of synergy in that regard. Maybe we can pick up a little more synergy. That might be nice. But yeah. Alright, let's go to the Machine Shrine. There's a monument to the Machine God here. It bristles with arcane circuitry and ghostly data streams. You make your way inside and locate an active terminal. Pledge yourself to the Machine God. You resolve to pledge yourself to the Machine God. You access the terminal. The flow of data is constant, but there are those who disrupt it. How does the faithful servant act? We could correct the error, punish the disruptor, and leave it to fate. Ooh, this is tough. Correct the error. Confirmed, incrementing. Machine has served its purpose and is no longer efficient. It is decommissioned. What do you feel? You gotta think like a machine here. Nothing. Confirmed. Yep. A human engineer pleads for mercy as the Machine God requires their dismantling. How do you react? Spare them, they can still serve. Grant them mercy, but carry out the command. Proceed without hesitation. All diagnostics concluded. Logical coherence maintained. Think like a machine. Your devotion has been recorded. The Divine Machine accepts your service. New resource allocations have been sanctioned. Cool, so we got some scrap. Machine Shrine is now on, which now we have priests and machine priests and slaves. And we got some munitions that we're not using right now, but I mean, you never know. Unless this uses it, and I forgot. No. That's interesting that it has shield piercing 4. That actually means there are ships that it cannot pierce, I think. Yeah, alright, let's get to the store here. Fair amount of scrap. See if there's anything worth... yeah. Alright, let's see here. So, a Retributor 3. That's nice. That's quite a bit of damage for not a lot of power. A Heat Beam and a Radium Blaster. The Radium Blaster might be a consideration because I have a lot of... I mean, I'm kind of boarding a lot, right? What is this? I forgot about this. I don't care about that. I'm kind of boarding a lot, so killing crew might be good. 2 shots is not bad, right? Let's see, what's fully pre-charged weapons. That's cool. Crew will stun nearby enemy crew for 8 seconds upon destroying a door. For every weapon you fire, gain a force shield on a random room. So I have found that this barrier relay seems incredible, particularly if you have low charge weapons, which I mean, they're not low, but they're not, long. So this might actually be great, and I would probably just replace the Psychem. What was this? Repair speed 50% plus 1 DPS. Cool. Just a little, just some HP. Neither of these are terrible, or none of these are terrible. I think I might actually try the Radium Blaster and get rid of my Storm Cannon. The issue with that is that then we will have literally no damage. Like no hull damage, which that's a little scary, because we are relying on disrupting systems via crew and throwing corpses at it, throwing husks at it, that type of thing, which is fine. I mean, I think we can. I think there is a build. Like I think we can get it there. It's just it's a little spooky. But more traditionally, the Retributor doesn't really deal crew damage, right? But I mean, the other possibility here is just getting rid of the magnetic pulse and getting the Radium Blaster instead. And I mean, why stun crew when you can just freaking kill them, right? So that might be an idea, and that might actually be the more correct answer. It is 1 more power though, and we already have we have so much stun, right? We have quite a bit of stun. But for sure, we're gonna buy this. I like I guess I have to do this beforehand, yeah. We're for sure gonna buy this. I like Barrier Relay quite a bit. I think it's gonna do us well in terms of protection. And that leaves me with 91, so if I do want to get that Radium Blaster, it is a little cheaper than then Retributor 3, right? Like, this is just damage. This is just straight up damage. This is just essentially just a straight up upgrade. Kind of. Not really, but kind of. To the Storm Cannon. But I think I might try this instead of the magnetic pulse, yeah. Alright, let's, and since we know we're gonna get rid of this, let's just sell it. Put that there. And see if that works for us. We should probably save a little scrap and upgrade our weapons. I thought about buying the robot arm because it seems pretty strong. I don't have a lot of people repairing. Do I even have tool slots though? Wrong. Sorry. Not really. So, never mind. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. Ooh, Infernal. It really sucks when you have to jump into a node like this, right? Yeah, we can actually just power our radium. See, this is the type of thing where I'm glad we sort of kept it into consideration. We know there's a Infernal ship coming up, the Radium Blaster. I mean, sometimes they have crew, but what's this gonna do other than hit shields, right? For Infernal ships, so that's always a little troublesome. But yeah, let's warp here in a moment. Let's actually consider if we want to upgrade something right now. I'm thinking maybe just the husk rack might be a good upgrade, like literally right now. We don't have the power for it, so it would be kind of just throwing scrap at nothing right now. Yeah, so let's wait until our next jump here. It would be useful in this Infernal node, but it'll be fine. Alright, cool. So this warship looms. Yeah. What do they got? Putrefactors. So they got a missile that can damage us, otherwise they plink on shields. Does the heart have any damage? No. Not really. So let's get our disruptor auto shooting on their shields, and I want to keep those missiles down. And if it goes swimmingly, we won't have an issue here. Let's see if the rot spawn can silence some of their stuff here real quick. Do they? Yeah, they suffocate. They actually suffocate very quickly. I didn't realize that. Oh well. It doesn't matter, they still gotta... Yeah. It's actually just fine with me. Here comes the missile. Let's see what happens here. Ho ho, yeah. Let's wait for our third husk to come up, why not? I want this to auto-fire on missiles. I really don't want to take any saber missiles. Alright, so let's send our... Oh right, we should not have waited. I forgot we haven't upgraded our launch bay yet. That's okay though. Honestly, I'm gonna send them right into missiles too. Oh right, it's only 2. Get in there. Unfortunate. That makes us vulnerable right there to their putrefactors. Just barely there. All right, nice job. Sub-husks. I keep calling them hulks. I have no idea why. Send some more rot spawn. Send them into the heart. Just to deal a little more damage. Yeah, that'll do. They might get a hit off here. Alright. Ship severely damaged here. Unfortunate that missed. Nice. Easy money. Alright, got some scrap. Got a... Could probably get a husks here. This next sector. But I'm not sure about that. I do know that I want to do this, so let's do it now. And then the Radium Blaster will be my next thing that I upgrade. Does this actually spawn another husk just yet? No, I don't think it ever does, right? No, it doesn't. But that is fine. Alright. Whee! Cool. So we could take 2 repair points here. That seems kind of pointless. Don't need munitions. Don't really have injuries, so just make a regular husk. Is that my regular husk? Yeah, and just put them in put them on weapons, and why not? Weapons or sensors? I'm always a big fan of... Well, I say big fan. Sometimes I forget, but I should more reliably remember to upgrade sensors because they are very useful to upgrade. Systems, modules, and consumables, or crew contract. This one might be better, although I do still want another module to replace my standard issue sidearm. And consumes are always pretty strong. It depends. So I guess we gotta make the choice now, because if I... Oh, no I don't. I can just fork up here. But right here will be the choice if I want to go to a different store. I really do feel like I could use some more permanent crew, because I'm using my husks as, attack, essentially missiles, right? So maybe I do want some more crew, if only for defensive purposes, right? But I could really use that more. I don't have too much scrap right now, right? So it actually might end up being this one just by virtue of that. So that means I probably don't actually want to go south because I miss out on a node of scrap value, right? 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, and then yeah, that seems like the plan. Plus, it still gives me an out for a shipyard if I need it. Yeah, let's go that way. Nothing. Encounter a raider vessel under attack by an Imperial patrol ship. I guess there was something. Attack the Imperial ship. Sure, why not? What do they got? Imperial Marshal. That's a caster, right? Flaming projectile. Don't love that. Double flaming projectile. Definitely don't love that. They have a launch bay that sometimes the AI uses the launch bay. I don't really understand why. Because they when they have 3 people and 2 of them are like just low-ish health casters that can get interrupted. Although the flaming projectile I think is instant, so maybe it doesn't matter as much as I'm giving it credit for. They can hurt us here with the Hull Ripper and E-beam. They could actually do not a significant amount of damage, but non-zero amount of damage. So we're actually gonna wait for them to... Well, they might cast right away. Let's see if we can... Yeah, it's too fast for me to have caught it. That's okay. Let's just vent. And will he be alright? He got a lot of health. I kind of don't want to vent this. I kind of just want to let him try and put it out. Just so I don't force him out. Alright, cool. Yeah, I think that was the play. Okay, we got our 2 boosted Hulks. I keep calling them Hulks. I don't know why. Don't mind me. Just me being weird. It's alright. Off they go. Husks. Yeah. They're just gonna cause problems to their casters. Causing a lot of problems to their casters, actually. Nice. He's not gonna die to the fire, but that's okay. We're gonna prepare our husk for some more boarding. And next time we have a... Yep, there it is. And so we should be able to board here in rather short order. A direct hit on the... Oh, I'm not using my Terror Amplifier. I can actually stun this guy, just cause. And then just load it up. And throw him in there. Let's get into weapons, actually. He's gonna die here. We got a crew kill here. Yep. Crew has been killed. You search the remains. Whoa! Cutter of the raider vessel had been destroyed by a stray shot during your engagement with the Imperial ship. You salvage what you can from the wreckage before moving on. Cool. Free scrap. Won't complain. No. Whoops. Actually, it's a sub-husk. It doesn't matter. That's weird. I don't think that was that way. Right? I think they might have just changed that. Let's recall anyways, because I don't want the stupid thing to come up. Right? So... alright, so if we have 3 husks, we should probably upgrade our launch bay, but I do really want to start working towards that radium blaster. So let's do that. How many hops are we? 3, right? 1, 2, 3. I don't think if it's not gonna power it now, I don't think we need to do it now. So let's see if we can greed here. Our choice could also be impacted by whatever comes up. This seems like a serious ship right now. Despite the immense heat of the nearby star, this technical archaeological vessel does not hesitate in mounting an attack on your ship. Your vessel is queued for immediate termination and dissection. I gotta give them cool voices, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so they got Technovirus, triple Technovirus. These guys are not wimpy casters either. They got some sauce. Disruptor missile, that's pretty scary if it hits shields because it brings me down to 1 shield, which means their bolt cannon could damage my shield, which means the neuralizer could start doing damage. This is a pretty strong beam too for just messing with crew. Thankfully my crew is pretty spread out and not a lot of number of them anyway. So it doesn't matter. Does this do damage? No, it doesn't. It just does ion damage. It's not like true damage. So they'd have to hit a thing directly, probably with neuralizer, and then the techno virus would be scary. That being said, if I shut down that disruptor missile, it's gonna be very hard for them to do much of anything, or the bolt cannon for that matter, unless they keep disrupting. That's a scary prospect. So just off the back of that, I think I'm gonna throw my storm at it. And let's get some boyos in there. Yeah, boyos. Oh. That Technovirus is way too fast. And let's get a terror shot in here so they get rot spawned a little more. Oh, just kidding. They actually just deleted them. That's okay though. Okay, that's exactly what we were afraid of, is hitting our shields. But we'll be alright. Big slow on the rod spawn there. Got a fire. No problem. We just vent it. They hit our sensors. I'm not worried about it, except we now have no dodge because of the command throne being ionized. Only for 3 seconds. It's fine. Our hulks. I will forever call them hulks. I don't know why. Our husks. Husk. Gotta say it with the sk. Let's send them in here. Cause some trouble. We can close our doors. Okay, oxygen got unpowered. That's always scary, but it's only for a few seconds, right? So, and then let's get our other husk here ready. Nice miss. Extreme heat. Let's see what happens here. Hopefully he lands in the no oxygen spot. That would be very ideal. Our husks won. It was not. So let's do like this, and then let's get our whole regular husk out of there. Did this guy? Yeah, he's like very low health. Let's toss him a stun for no reason. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought the guy wasn't here. I guess he must have died or fled. And that's a crew kill right there. Hungering reagents and 8 scrap metal. The power field is nice, but I don't have tool slots. And these guys are okay, so, and it's scrap, so we'll just take that. Recall crew to not get the warning to come up. Not that it matters. Yeah, I don't think I actually have. I guess oh, right, I just got a husk. I did have a tool slot. Whoops. I don't remember which one's better or really anything, so let's just throw it in there and let's get out of here before the fire spreads. Infernal, bummer. So the question is, looking at our ship here, do I want another husk? He would go into sensors, and it is another tool slot, which is never a bad thing. Or more scrap. We're at 128. I'm thinking more scrap, but boy, do I hate infernal ships. They're always gnarly. I don't know. Particularly the further in game we can get those rank 2 heart ships, and those hearts always have spells, which makes them pretty dangerous. Let's see if we can get our oxygen to come back before the fire spreads. Buffering here? No, we didn't, and I don't dare unpause anymore. Not that the fire's a big deal. I'm just greeting, to be honest with you. Let's assume we're gonna buy another crewmate here, an expensive one. Okay, what do we got? That's a lot of weaponry. Re-entering real space, you immediately encounter an enemy vessel. It is shrouded in dark energy. Whoa. Oh, that was the terror shot. Okay. So not only is this a lot of firepower, they have a 3 demon heart. Yeah, this is super dangerous right now. for me, unfortunately. And they also have all these tendrils, which is gonna make boarding just a little bit worse. Not like much worse, but a little bit worse. Terror amplifier just to cause even more, just to sow even more chaos, right? And then they have weapons. Boy, do they have weapons. They could deal some serious damage here. If my shields go down and this beam goes out and just like this ion tunneler starts doing damage, like this could spiral very, very quickly. So I have to think about this. It might actually, I might actually use one of these right now, just to get out of this a little quicker. Potentially, yeah. Let's use the hunger. I can't remember which one is which in terms of, you know, not being. Oh, they have a lot of dodge too. That actually seals my decision. Yeah. I can't remember which one's which in terms of like what the mobs are, but I'm sure they'll be useful all the same. Alright, so let's send our shitty... Oh, let's get our dude back into the weapons, too. Alright, so there's our hunger. He's immune to suffocation. That's exactly what I wanted. He'll be in there for 90 seconds to cause trouble. I really wanted him to hit engines, but he chose violence instead, which makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Alright, our two lurches. Man, I really... I'm making up words today. I don't know. Let's get him into engines. I don't want this humongous 25 dodge. So he's just combating. That's okay. Am I worried about the subspace breach? Yes, I am. The problem is I don't have anybody that can really fix it quickly without taking a bunch of suffocation damage. It's gonna be... Does Purify cover that? No. I mean, it is what it is, right? It's just gonna have to be either my husk or this guy right here. Tough. Very tough choice here. Let's do the husk because they're a little bit more replaceable. Might actually be both. Just to help it repair it quickly. Okay, nice. Got a fire. Oh, right. No oxygen. It's not gonna do much. I forgot about that. Yeah, so their dodge is going down rather quickly. Get into the weapons room. I don't actually want them firing. Oh, get out of there, gentlemen. Thank you for your service. And let's put our other husk in here, ready for the two that are about to die. That sucks. Does the ion tunneler... It does ignore shields. Wow, this weapon is a lot better than I thought. I should get this more often. I know the spread weapons have, like, or seem to have more mischance, but still, darn, you know, that's pretty freaking good. We got our Zambonis again. Let's throw them in, let's throw one into the Demon Heart. So I'll start punching it. Which is exactly what I want. Yep. That was the layout I was hoping for. Yet another one of these. Start fixing it, yeah. I don't dare throw my Chaos Knight. Okay, he didn't move. Because he has a lot of health, and apparently Suffocation deals more damage to you the more health you have. I don't know exactly how that works, but I should probably find out. Alright, cool. Got our two husks. Unfortunate miss there. Load him up. Knock him down. Let's get into... It doesn't matter. The next shot or two will kill the ship anyways. But yeah. Let's get into the engines, if only because I know it'll do damage to the ship, right? Hopefully we get out of here. Yeah, we might actually be able to beat this. No, we missed. Super bummer. I was hoping that shot would hit there. I should have left my husks there. They're expendable. I don't know why I took them out, to be completely honest with you. Speaking of expendable, get in there and fix that shit. But we'll be alright. We'll be getting it here. Okay, yep, there goes. Okay. That could have been a little scarier than it was. The immediate vicinity becomes cluttered with wreckage after the explosion. Some can still be utilized. The subspace maelstrom subsides. I haven't been keeping track of how good the barrier relay has been, but I'm sure it has been. Alright, so 166 scrap. Quite a treasure trove. Let's get our... I mean, we're one note away, right? At this point, we try and greed, right? What do we got? There's an abandoned shipyard here. Use scavenge and repair drones from within. Never a bad thing. I don't really have space for them. This is why I want a little more crew. Consumables end up being pretty strong, irrelevant of what you're doing. And then I have a feeling that this is going to be gnarly. This coming up. Yeah. Talk. No, I don't care. Trade. Alright, what do we got? An engineer. Engineers are lovely. They're great at diving those repairs, like the ones I just had. The combat husk is also lovely at just being what he does. I don't want this berserker at all. Rock blaster, nah. Gore sledge, cool. Enemy DPS cannot exceed 2 plus 10 HP. So a little bit slow, but you're a little bit beefier. It's a tool slot, unfortunately. Athame plus 2 DPS spawns friendly ghoul on kill. This seems cool. Very cool, actually. And then a feral plate, and then a war pick. So I do have people that need. I don't know why I always press that button instead of that. I do have people that need weapons. All of them need weapons. Oh, this guy has 2 weapons. I forgot about that. I should probably be diving with this guy. I keep forgetting, but again, crew. I mean, crew, right? It's my limiting factor right now. So, given that it is, we might want to buy one or both of these. They'll get buffed by hardened casing, which is very good. And then that'll give us more options for stuff. I would like another caster at some point to use Soulstorm. I really should probably just get rid of Psychic Shriek. I'm actually not using it all that much. That's probably the answer. How long a cast is Soulstorm? 20 seconds. The problem is if I put it on my commander, who is just sitting in the room, he won't pilot for that amount of time, which means I'd have to upgrade my command throne so that it has some autopilot, just to not lose all that dodge, you know. So this is 70, and we know we want to upgrade for the radium, which is what all of my scrap. Dang. I mean, we can compromise here, right? We could probably just buy the NG. He doesn't have repair speed either. But these guys are pretty strong, is the thing. They're good defensively, and I have a feeling I'm going to need them in the final boss. Actually, was there a lot of boarding in the area kind? I think I actually might have just a bit the mind control. So maybe the NG is the right call here. We're gonna assume that. We're gonna buy one engineer. Pegasus. That actually, does that give me enough? It does, to do exactly what I want. And the really scary part now would be whether or not we defensively are okay for the major threat, right? But maybe. So let's see here. We could actually put the Chaos Knight as a border now, if we wanted to, and just back him up with one Hulk. I keep calling them Hulks. At some point it'll stop, I promise. And then do something like that, and not have our sensors manned. Can we give the engineer some upgrades? Not upgrades, some equipment. Yes, we can. We could give him a tool, and you know what? Why not? And we could give him some armor if we want to purchase some, but I think not. Although, well, he's not going to be fighting too much. This one might not be awful. Actually, but if I want him to move around to repair, then yeah. I might consider buying this and giving it to my extremely large boy, Yarvok. That's his name, yeah, to my Chaos Knight. But if we want that Radium Blaster before the big boy here, yeah, if we want that Radium Blaster, we need to think about it now. The problem with the Radium Blaster, particularly coming up on this next ship, is I don't know if this is consistent, but I feel like it might be. Whenever you completely clear out the crew for greater threats, it seems like they go infernal, and that's really tough. That's really, really tough. So I'm not sure if I necessarily want to do that. I could also upgrade in my launch bay to fit my 3 boosted husks. That could be ideal as well. So don't quite have enough scrap to do it with the radium blaster, so I'd have to give up something. Could give up a power bar, and do that instead, right? And just take it from somewhere. Potentially the terror amplifier, which I am using, but not tons, admittedly, right? Very tough call here. Very tough call here. And the radium does also extend my shield piercing reach. Not shield piercing, but shield breaking. To where I could use it to then follow up on 3 or 4 shield to hit with the storm cannon. That could have some use. Alright, let us make a decision. I think Radiant Blaster for now is the play. I think 2 husks are going to do okay. I'm going to bank on that. And that might have been a mistake, but only one way to find out, right? Alright, it's the big boy. Man, the radium is real slow too, I just realized. That's tough. Maybe I should have thought about that. So we're gonna throw this guy in there. Can I buy anything else with 10? No, right? Can I sell something and buy it? Actually, I can buy something. 1 DPS in large rooms, kills release, toxic gas. Do I? I'm not sure that I'm gonna use this burden, so let's actually sell that and maybe buy the gore sledge. And then this my dude will be completely massive, right? My Chaos Knight. Let's see if that's anything. So he ionizes, and whenever he kills, he'll go crazy, pretty much. All right. Okay. We do not have a great track record against this. We might be fleeing, or as our poor Sunhammer found out, exploding. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it is a Technocult ship, which I don't think I've ever faced. You detect an unknown pattern of Technocult vessels. Sensors indicate unusual energy fluctuations emanating from its reactor. Before you can react, it locks onto your ship and arms its weapons. A masked visage appears on your view screen. Flesh signal stable. Ion resonance stabilized. Experimental process has been initiated. Commencing sequence. Interesting. So, Technovirus payload. That is terrifying. My God. They all have that. Okay, no. Not all have that. The siege beam is terrifying. This is a scary ship. This might just be a flea. No missile. No boarding. Not a lot of dodge. Not a lot of shields. No idea on the crew. Really reinforced doors. Which is very counterintuitive to our strategy. Which really sucks. But it is what it is. I think we kitchen sink this. I think we use both of our consumables. I think we start shooting like crazy on shields. And I think we start hitting probably the beam. I'm hoping that this doesn't deal damage, but there's no way it doesn't, right? But this scares me. The siege beam scares me. So I think we go something like this. The disruptor on shields to keep disrupting. Our storm on weapons, so that it will try and keep those down, right? And then radium, we kind of need to see, right? I'm not sure. I mean, the command throne surely will have people, right? So, now in terms of where we throw our first salvo of stuff, well, first off, I don't remember if the Necrolurch is like strong in an enemy ship or not, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna absolutely bombard that room. Yeah, that's what we do. Okay, that's unfortunate. They have Technocite casters for sure. Let's use our Terror Amplifier here, actually. Did I click it? Yeah, I did. Okay, nice. Got a big stun on him. What's the Necrolurch do? I mean, the poison, suffocation, and if you... Oh yeah, this is a pretty beefy guy. Pretty chunky mans. I think, did one of my rot spawn already die? It looks like it. So, fuck. Yeah, we're just... Oh, they also have a, it called? No, they don't. I think they might actually just be husks. Never mind. Radium blaster. I gotta put it somewhere. Okay, we can see their ship, and it is full of people. Full, absolutely chock full of very high health targets. So I'm glad I have the radium blaster, but I don't actually think it's gonna do anything. Particularly when their shield charger is up. Maybe I should have targeted that, but that's okay. This might be hairy for my Chaos Knight here. This might actually be try and force 1v1s as much as possible. Unsure. Let's give him a shriek here to stun. I don't know what that was. I'm sure we'll see it here in a moment. How are my hunger and necro? Not great. I'm wondering if I should fire another Terror Blast if it'll charge up in time. Probably not, right? I really want a Radium Blaster there, but I think it hits my own crew, right? Crew damage per shot? It probably does. Yeah, it probably does. I don't know how hard he's locking down this room or not. I'm wondering if we should back them up too. The poison's gonna be tough though. Lot of difficult decisions to be made here. I'm gonna load up my Chaos Knight, and yeah, this seems like an appropriate spot to throw it. What with how much chaos I'm doing, you know. Then again, these guys are consumable, right? 2 shots, but their shield charger is gonna completely negate them. It doesn't pierce. Yeah, I probably would shoot right here, even if it killed my Necrolich, because it would deal 60 damage in there, right? Which is insane to think about. Yeah, so let's see what this does. I'm not convinced that this is gonna go well. But, okay, it's definitely not gonna go well. Can I stop him from... Yeah, sure can. So, like, now I could fire it. Yeah, let's see what that does. We'll find out. Oh, the shield charger soaked both blows. That sucks. Yeah, this dude's taking an absolute thrashing, unfortunately. I don't have a stun for him or anything. The carcass came out. Yeah, he's doing his best. Yeah, I don't want him to die. I guess we're recalling here. That really sucks. That this ship is too beefy for boarding. I think we haven't even dealt a single point of damage either. Admittedly, that's because of the what's it called? Yeah, just get in there, dude. I don't know. And they have one of those like special abilities, which is really scary. Yeah, that. Well, we saw the barrier relay doing work right there, for sure. This ship is, like, insanely beefy. Let's see if we can get maybe 1 radium hit in there. Okay, cool. We actually just killed a bunch of casters. That's really strong. And dealt a sizable amount of damage to those guys. Here comes another one of their stupid... Hey, we dealt a point of damage, fellas. Wowee. Let's load up 2 husks and just send them in there. And I think we should be okay here, unless we're about to get hit on shields. I think what we're going to do here is we're going to try to get a radium hit in here, right? That might be ideal. Tempted to use my other consumes. Let's try for that, actually. Okay, good. Oh, the beam just barely scratched us there, but that's okay. So here come our... Ooh, that's not good. Yeah. So we do want a terror relay there before they get melted. Yeah, and hopefully get a radium shot in there as well. We should open our doors here. I think they... Yeah, this is tough, man. I don't... If this ship also goes Infernal, because it looks like we're angling for a crew kill here. If this also goes Infernal, I don't know what we're doing. Fleeing, that's pretty much the answer, essentially. Let's see if we can actually get a really cheeky hit here on the shield relay. Nah, we're gonna die to it. Almost surely. Unfortunately, a bunch of stuff got magnetized. Why can I not? Oh, because I'm trying to close my doors and they're magnetized. That's funny. Can we get a juicy hit on anything here? I need to attract them. which I think is not possible. The shields are charging too, right? So tough ship right now. Real tough ship. Yeah, that dude's gonna get melted. Not if I stun him. Let's see here. I could get a hit on this guy, but I wanna... Well, but it's just sitting there charged, right? Like, I might as well shoot it at something. Yeah. Just to deal a bunch of damage. Yeah, that's not a terrible use right there. My doors back online? Yes, they sure are. Help them repair that. You can't. It's technovirus. So this could get really messy right now, really fast. Because this technovirus is... Let's actually try this. Yeah, okay, so it wastes your consumable too. If your system is technovirused, where is it? Yeah. That sucks. That's a really strong ability then. But I mean, I didn't know that, right? So here comes another one of their abilities. My Husk won that combat. That's pretty funny. Just off the back of the stun. He's actually gonna get combated here again. Let's see if we can save him. Nope. We did stun him though. Cool. The shield thing was still able to go out. Uncool. We're gonna send more Husky boys. And then I see a Radium Blaster. I'm actually gonna wait a little bit on the Radium Blaster here. I know I have the my commander's ability right now, but that's a lot of damage. Yeah. Alright. Let's summon some boyos here. Yeah, let's see if we can get greedy. So they're gonna be sailing. We're taking a lot of damage here. And we're gonna Terror Relay right in the back of it. Come on, come on. What happened to my Terror Shot? Okay, we actually got a ton of damage in there. I'm not sure what happened to my Terror Shot. I'm gonna use my other Necrolurch here. Not sure how useful it's being, but... this guy is still pretty much like full health, which is pretty crazy. Alright, there it goes. We're gonna throw some more husks in there. I'm gonna... I don't know where my Necrolurch went. I guess it must have pinged with something. I'm not sure. And I think I might... Oh, there's shield charge. I can't do it right now. That really stinks. That might be something there. Nice stun. And we Radium here. We accept that we're gonna lose our dudes there. And it missed. We didn't lose them. But it is what it is. Whoa, I need you to stay there, brother. Oh, it can't be fixed. That's right. It's got that thing on it. We are taking a huge amount of damage here, but we're gonna keep trying. Yeah, here comes some more of these idiotic whatevers. Let's see if we can't kill this guy. Bonk. Oh, come on. They have 10 dodge. 10! Give me a break, dude. Like, what a joke. Just insane sometimes, the RNG that I get in this game. Or maybe I'm just bad. It's always a possibility. Alright, we're gonna try and get these terrible... we can still do it. So they're gonna take a minute. We fire it now. Hopefully it gets there in time. And we Radium on the back of it. Hopefully catch some dudes. It got double pinged into the shield, by the shield buff, whatever. I keep forgetting the name of it. Which is very unfortunate. Yeah, we are taking a ton of damage right now. Can't repair that. Probably get the stun ready for when we see things entering. Yeah, here they come. See doors opening, Alright, launch it now. There he is. There they are. Good stun. Right. Good stun. Perfect. Perfect stun there. We're not doing great, I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is. Let's use our repair drone on this, just to get it up and running as soon as possible. I'm kind of clutching on the Radium right now. I need my sensors fixed for sure. Alright, I cannot imagine how much health our our barrier relay has tanked for us right now. I don't know, but it has to be quite a bit. We're so close to a crew kill here. If this goes Inferno, I'm leaving. Like, I can't handle that. Actually, this weapon is down. I'd like to keep it that way if we can. Figures, right? Come on, need another boost hole husk here. Alright, let's load them up. Not many points of ingress left. 2 points of ingress left, actually. So, we need to make this one count here. I don't actually think they can break down the door. Let's see if we can get a double hit here. Oh! So we just have this guy. We just have this excuse me, 6 health. You heard what you heard. You know, it's getting exciting, that's all. Let's see if the poison will do him in. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh! Areas of ion energy spiral through the enemy vessel as it crumples. You manage to recover something functional before the rest disintegrates. An assault cyborg, an electro baton, or an heavy ion lance. So this has 2 charges per jump, 1 power required, only 1. And it deals 5 ion damage. That seems crazy. And this guy will have some overlap with, or some synergy with the hardened casing. Oh, tough. I don't want the baton. I mean, this baton seems great. But I'm not, you know, 2 of them actually. 2 batons. We could give it to this guy. He could dual wield batons. So that might be fun. I'm very tempted to get the assault cyborg and throw him with the crew, you know, the shock crew. Well, soon to be shock crew, because I'm gonna upgrade my husks. Right? This is very tempting. Very, very tempting. But the ion lance, man, this seems so strong. This seems so strong. Need to make a choice here. The problem with the ion lance is I would need 1 more power bar. Weapon power is becoming a bit of a premium, right? Or I could just have it take the place of the disruptor for its shots, for its 5 shots, and then use it that way. And then the assault cyborg, I mean, that's the whole point, right? Is boarding. Dude, oh, he doesn't even need to board. He can teleport. Dude, okay, full disclosure, I think the Ion Lance is the correct answer here. I'm making the wrong answer. Hey, what are you guys doing over there? So that's cool to know that some of these major threats don't go infernal. I had a feeling this one would be one, because they had like the special ability and all that stuff. If you didn't notice it, by the way, all those ion shots, they were coming from this middle bit. It's kind of like the last bosses where they have like specific abilities, right? They have like unique abilities. And dude, I have to imagine that this cyborg, I can like, so now I definitely have to upgrade my launch bay, and we're just gonna rip it, right? Well, never spend your scrap until you know exactly what you're spending it on, right? Still, 1 more major threat under the belt. That's good. That's pretty badass. Our track record no longer as bad with those. That's cool. The Maw. What? I really think that we should do a recovery sector, if you will, because we're very low health. But this is so, I don't know what this is. A great, a terrible subspace maelstrom. The problem with this is there is no way this doesn't have infernal ships out the wazoo, and our ship is not built to deal with infernal ships right now. We don't have a lot of hull damage. We are dependent on boarding. We don't have a bunch of dudes that can handle suffocation. I don't know what Fury Stars is. I think I'm gonna play it safe here and go to the Desolate sector. Hopefully have some not starships, some space hangars or whatever those are called, and to repair, and some vendors or whatever. It sucks because I'm really curious what this is, really, really curious. But I think if we go into the Maw, we get eaten by the Maw. So I don't think we can handle that right now. So making a smart choice, going to a Desolate sector. Alright, you arrive at one of the many protostar waste interspersed across habitable space. Few colonies remain here, and those that do must remain ever vigilant against the roving bands of marauders that infest the region. Yo, Dawn of War Definitive Edition just came out, right? You hear that a lot in that game. Ever vigilant. That has stuck with me since I was very young. Alright, so we got one of the shipyards. That's what I meant to say when I said hangars. Whatever. Words are hard. We got one of the shipyards. We got a merchant here pretty soon. I don't care for this listening station. Probably going to go like this and then repair and then hit that, right? That seems ideal. But that will be next time. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.